Newspapers are known to have been illuminating mankind for centuries now. Hailed as fourth estate of present-day democracies, newspapers fought against indoctrination, despotism, and helped reinstating a new world order where information has become a fundamental right. UPSC examinations, unlike other competitive examinations, tests not just your knowledge in curriculum but also how enlightened you are in current affairs. It is hence a tenacious grip over good quality newspapers helps excelling in UPSC examinations. Namaste all, I am Arvind. Reiterating the importance of newspapers in the preparation for UPSC examinations, today I would like to bring forward an article that appeared in Times of India, for which I am going to present my analysis today, which can be related to our subject economy in UPSC. And this is the news article which appeared in Times of India, which I was mentioning about. So it says that Reliance Industries Limited on Monday recorded a new feat by standing atop the list of Indian companies in terms of market capitalization, and is also ranked 58 amongst top 100 global companies on the same parameter. As the share price of Reliance Industries Limited reached its all-time high at 1800 rupees, we see the market capitalization of the company being valued at $151 billion, which if converted into rupees would be something around 11.32 lakh crores. So what is this? The core or the crux of this news article is the term called market capitalization. So we read this market capitalization under stock markets, which we can relate to UPSC syllabus in a way that stock markets come under financial markets as a classification, and financial markets we study it in 12th standard NCERTs. So it is essential to know the concept of market capitalization for UPSC. So understanding this market capitalization is one of the key performance indicators of public limited companies listed on stock exchanges. Now, presuming this video is being watched by beginners and considering students from non-commerce background, we have two new terms in the above sentence, which people might find it difficult to understand. They are the stock market and public limited company. So a very quick understanding of company form of organization. So a company form of organization is simply an enhanced version of a sole proprietor business. A sole proprietor business is where only one person starts it. For example, I myself starts a business and I want to expand my business in future. So any business would first be started as sole proprietor business. And a company form of organization is simply an enhanced version of sole proprietor business. The idea of business remains the same, but the platform through which business is conducted changes. Usually in a business, as the scale of operations increase, there arises a need to increase management and decentralization, which can be easily structured through a company form of organization. So it is hence we see a transformation in the way we do the business, from sole proprietorship to partnership, from partnership to company. So that is quickly what is called as a company. A public limited company is defined as a company where public at large, common people, they invest in the company at the request of the promoters of the company through a mechanism called IPO. It stands for Initial Public Offer. Once people come forward to invest in the company, they do it by subscribing to the number of shares which the company offers at a face value plus premium. Say for example, if face value is at most 10 rupees, the company, because of its goodwill, can add some premium to it, say 100 or 200, and it can offer the shares at 200 plus 10, that is premium plus face value, 210 rupees. So a share, here we are talking about shares, right? So a share is nothing but a paper or a certificate which denotes the title or ownership in the company of the holder of such share, which entitles such shareholder the right to dividends in the company. Now, once public at large invest in the company gets listed on the stock exchange, which enables the investors to change their ownership through transfer of their shares in the stock market. I shall repeat this sentence. Once public at large invest in the company and the company gets listed on stock exchange, that enables the investors of that company, in case if they want to quit or maybe they are not satisfied with the performance of the company, such investors who subscribe to these shares in the IPO, they can change their ownership through transfer of their shares in the stock market. That's the concept. And here the word limited in public limited company refers to limited liability, which is restricted to the face value of share, which is usually between rupees 1 and 10. Say for example, if I invest in a company and some institution has filed some defamation case, or maybe the company in which I have invested failed to perform its business and is now supposed to discharge its liabilities. In that case, as a shareholder of that company, my liability will be limited to the face value of the share which I have subscribed, that is at most rupees 10. Now, coming back to the concept of market capitalization, market here refers to stock market. Now, what is stock market? Like many other markets, stock market is also a place where buyers and sellers transact in the shares of companies listed on stock exchange. In India, we have two stock exchanges called Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. Now let us practically understand the concept of this market capitalization through an example. Let us say ABC Limited is already a company with share capital of say 100 crores. Now it wants to expand its business and went to public at large seeking investments to flow into the extent of 75 crore rupees. Ideally, considering the face value of share to be rupees 10, ABC Limited is now supposed to offer 7.5 crore shares to public at large, priced at rupees 10, assuming no premium. So the company will be offering shares at large to public, priced at rupees 10. Once people subscribe to these 7.5 crore shares and 75 crore rupees flow into the ABC Limited company, the company will now be listed on stock exchange. This is to facilitate the shareholders to quit from the company by transferring their shares to somebody else by way of sale in the stock market. As I was earlier mentioning, as and when the company is listed on stock exchange, that facilitates the investors. If somebody want to quit from the company, they can come out of it by transferring their shares through a transaction in a stock market. The point to be observed here is, no matter how many shareholders want to quit the company, they can do it only by way of transferring their shares to somebody else. So as per record, the total number of shares offered by company, that is 7.5 crore shares which the company offered, remain unchanged. It is the people who exchange the shares, but the number of shares offered remain unchanged. Now let us say, as the days passed by, ABC Limited prospered in their business and got tied up with globally famous companies for new ventures. This gives a positive sign in the stock market, and people tend to purchase this share of ABC Limited company. In other words, the demand for this share increases as the growth prospects of the company increases. We see that in the form of increase in the price of the share. Say for example rupees 10, that is the initial value at which the share was bought. From that 10 rupees, the price of share might go up to 20, 50, 100, say 400, and it may reach to an all-time high of 600 rupees. Say for example, we consider that the share price of the share has went up to 600 rupees, which is an all-time high. Now, in this case, we can easily understand the idea of market capitalization. The formula of market capitalization is the total outstanding number of shares multiplied by the total outstanding number of shares multiplied by the market price per share, which in this case is 600 rupees. So 600 multiplied by 7.5 crore shares offered to public plus 10 crore shares which belong to the owner. As such, I was initially referring that owner has already got 100 crores. So by effect of this going to public at large, we see that 100 crores divided by rupees 10, that gives 10 crore shares are already with the promoter. So the total number of shares would now become 10 plus 17.5, 7.5, that means 17.5. We should understand the logic that the business has already got 100 crores of capital, and because of expansion the business wanted to raise, the owner wanted to raise some 75 crore rupees, and for that he offered 7.5 crore shares at 10 rupees each. By this effect, we should understand that the promoter must already been owning the shares to the extent of 100 crores by 10 rupees face value, that is 10 crore shares. Isn't it so? So the total number of shares would now become 10 plus 7.5, which is nothing but 17.5. So when we multiply this 17.5 with the market price, which is 600, we get 10,500 crore rupees as the market capitalization of the company. So that is the practical example to understand market capitalization. Now coming back to the story of Reliance, we see the total market capitalization of Reliance worked out at $151 billion, that is something close to 11 lakh crore rupees. This is purely due to the fact that RIL share has soared high and traded at an all-time high price of 1800 on BSE. From the following pictures, we can understand that just yesterday it traded at 1700 odd, and the all-time high you can observe in the screenshot, it is traded at 1800 rupees. So we can cross check this value of 11 lakh crore rupees by multiplying 1800, which is the market price, with the total number of shares outstanding. Now in this picture we can see the total number of shares outstanding. See, this is a picture from Reliance Industries Limited annual report, half yearly information report. From this report we see that the total number of outstanding shares is 6.33 billion. So if we multiply this 6.33 outstanding shares, 6.33 billion outstanding shares with 1800 rupees, we get 11 lakh crores, which if converted into dollars would be 151 billion. So that's the proof. Now the question is, why? Why did Reliance share soar high? Why did it went up? The answer is simple. It all started when Mukesh Ambani acquired Infotel Broadband in 2010, which he later converted into his own telecom platform called Jio, which came out with disruptive changes in telecom business. Mukesh was able to earn as many subscribers as possible for his Jio platform. That Jio at present is ranked number 2 just after Bharati Airtel in number of subscribers. Now, calling data as the new oil, which Mukesh usually uses. Data as the new oil. Mukesh Ambani is now using mobile data's strategic advantage and is venturing into e-commerce business. E-commerce business in collaboration with social media giant like Facebook. Once this deal got struck, many global institutional investors like Silver Lake, Vista Equity Partners, Mubadala Investment Company, they all started pouring in the capital into the upcoming venture, which quite helped Mukesh to clean his debts to the extent of 1.65 lakh crores. So the thing is, just because of his business adventure, like his plans of venturing into e-commerce business in collaboration with Facebook, he was able to attract investments from globally famous institutional investors like Silver Lake, Vista Equity Partners, Mubadala Investment Company, etc. Who all of these people started pouring in capital into the upcoming venture, and this helped Mukesh to clean his debts. Mukesh Ambani has already given a statement in 2018 that he is going to zero his debts. He is going to reduce his debts to zero by 2021. But because of his venture of e-commerce and all, he was able to do it a bit early. And in a recent press release, he told that his debts are now zero. To the extent of 1.65 lakh crores, he was able to reduce his debts. So this positivity triggered a lot of optimistic sentiment in stock market, and this made Reliance Industries Limited number 1 company in India in terms of market capitalization, besides placing the company at 58th position in the list of top 100 companies in terms of market capitalization. So we may soon expect that Reliance will join the club of top 50 companies in the globe in terms of market capitalization. So this is how we are expected, UPSC students are expected to relate news to the subject. So the idea behind studying the concept of market capitalization is that this market capitalization is something related to stock market, and stock market is one of the classifications of financial markets which we will be studying in the macroeconomics of 11th 12th standard NCERT. So in my upcoming videos, I will be starting NCERT chapters, and I will also simultaneously post something like these, reading newspaper and relating it to UPSC subjects as well. So this is how we should manage and plan our study, so that we see a lot of preparedness when it comes to UPSC examinations. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching and listening. Stay tuned.